Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And for Max in Brookfield, definitely needs this after Super Bowl day.
It's one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
There you go, Max. Hope you're feeling better. You feel good, right? Checking in from Brookfield, and everybody checking in from Brookfield and all around Brookfield with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 the day after the Super Bowl. Who's in? Check in with your proof of life. 312-591-8300. Kenzie, proof of life.
Hi.
Say that again.
Hi.
You sound like Marcus Jordan's girlfriend. It's true.
It's true.
Case, proof of life.
I'm here. Ow, ow.
Yeah.
I was trying to be fun. I thought that'd be like a fun guy thing to do.
I think you need to be yourself.
If you're going to do that, ow, ow, you got to go, ow, ow.
I thought I did that, though.
No, you went, ow, ow.
Ow, ow.
I feel like you stubbed your toe.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like I stubbed my toe.
Not good.
Ow, ow,
Ow.
ow.
I'm trying.
That's okay. It's fine.
You know, new year, new me. I was getting a late start on it, but I thought I'd try to be fun starting
It's
today.
mid-February.
You may want to put the ow, ow in a drawer somewhere and come back to it later, see if it works.
That hurt my feelings. Brian, proof of life?
Let's go. Eagles win. I'm very happy. Very happy with the game yesterday. We're going to get through all of it. We're going to get through the commercials, the halftime show, stuff that happened during the game, and the game itself, of course. I'm super happy. Obviously, my wife from Philadelphia, she flew there with Harper, and they're still partying. I think Harper's on a pole somewhere in Philadelphia on Broad Street, climbed up a street pole, and she's sitting there. It's funny because they went out to the area there would be like Clark Street equivalent when the Cubs won the World Series of how insane it gets, and that's what Broad Street is in Philly. And she walked out there with Harper at about, 10:30 or 11 Eastern time in a stroller. And we're just going to go take a look at Broad Street and then turn around and come back. I go, okay, well, keep me, I'll find my phone's active here. I want to make sure you're going to be okay. She gets out there. Right when she walks out there, there's 10 guys carrying a light pole out of the area. So they didn't even just climb it because the game was such a blowout. People got there early to just take down a street pole.
Well, good. They're removing it for safety. People can't keep climbing on these things.
You're damn right. Damn right. Those are heroes out there doing God's work. She turned around and came right back home. Harper doesn't need to see this.
This is not good for Harper.
So it's wild. Obviously, it's hard to remember when a Chicago team won a championship, but we all know what it's like when that happens here in the city. It was outrageous.
No, I'm sure we'd have a lot of fun. I'm sure we'd move light poles or something.
It'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of fun.
We should start a group chat so we know what we should do if we ever win. So we're not just confused looking at each other.
Just call it the in case of championship thread.
Just so we're all on the same page of fun stuff.
Well, we're going to get into everything. Want to know your thoughts. So check in, of course, at 312-591-8300. And even sooner, let's just start off with something good right out of the gate here in 10 minutes. We'll come back at 6:20. Your chance to get to the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival, VIP style. We'll have that keyword for you here coming up shortly.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this involves the Super Bowl last night, and it's pretty simple. That 22 million people have this happen to them this morning after the Super Bowl the night before. So something you can think of a vibe that happens to somebody this morning because they were, who knows, drinking, eating, up late, somebody else's house. All those things come into your mind about it. But what do you think that is, Kenzie? 22 million people in America. Many in Chicago, of course, too.
They feel this? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it happens to them.
It happens to them.
It happens to them this morning, 22 million people.
they are fatter than they were.
True. Most likely.
Probably.
I
Right?
am. I had a Philly's Best Philly's cheesesteak to get in the vibe of the game. And while I was there, I figured, well, I might as well get loaded fries with cheese, sour cream, and bacon.
Obviously.
Why not? I got Ben & Jerry's fish food for the halftime show and a big 7-Eleven Big Gulp to enjoy throughout the game. So
You could really tell Megan was gone.
The Big Gulp is an odd choice.
I love the Big Gulp. Love it.
Don't get so defensive over it. I've never taken a Big Gulp home. It's not something I'm like, oh, well, while I'm here, let me get a drink for home.
Well, I like the fountain soda.
More so than the bottled soda?
Oh, 1,000% if it's done right. And the only people to do it right are McDonald's and 7-Eleven.
Those are the only two people that do it right.
That's all I do.
Okay.
The mixture is great on the machine at the 7-Eleven by me anyway. And the McDonald's, of course, cold filters. So it's like the best Coke you can get as well. So I like a fountain Coke. Kenzie, you like a fountain drink or you like a bottled drink?
Well, I would always take a McDonald's Diet Coke over anything.
Yeah, it's just special.
Till I die, bitch. Till
Well,
I die.
That was a good add-on there.
Thank you.
You'd prefer the bottle to fountain
Yeah.
case?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, absolutely. I prefer can, bottle, fountain would be the pecking order that I go in for my drink delivery.
I prefer
To your
can.
mouth.
Yeah, drink delivery to the mouth.
I go fountain, can, bottle.
Okay.
And bottles last by far.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
the bottle?
I'm not trying to be environmental, but I feel like I'm tasting the plastic.
This guy.
You know?
It's just not crispy. It's never crispy in the bottle.
There's something with the smell of the plastic too and drinking it that makes me kind of go, I don't know. I don't like
because
this.
you're a beacon of health. You don't want that in your body.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
Put it in a plastic Big Gulp cup instead.
Yeah.
And a can is better for the environment than a bottle, right?
I
Well,
don't know
both are
about that.
recyclable, so I don't know, but because you can recycle both of them.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's happening.
But a
I think
can
neither
is-
are ideal for the environment. They would love you
Yeah.
to pop in a reusable cup here and there.
So fountain's better for the environment.
Yeah, you're a hero.
Thank you.
No,
Finally.
because you grab a new plastic cup every time, so it's
Oh,
not.
and it's a big ass plastic cup, that Big Gulp. Can you put like a Stanley cup under your fountain drink to fill it Big Gulp up like that?
Do you think if you can prove that it's the same ounce amount, maybe be like, hey, I care about the environment, same amount of ounces, BRB. I have to go to the fountain now.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys that one time when I was like really broke, like early in radio, I went to go get Big Gulp at a 7-Eleven before like my overnight shift at the radio station, and they do like the 79 cents any size or whatever it is, right? My card got declined at the register, and I already had the fountain drink for 79 cents.
Did you make you pour it in the thing where like the ice
Well,
goes?
There were people.
Pour it
there
out.
There were people behind me, which made it worse because that's just so degrading because it's 79 cents.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the guy, I go, oh, and I go, how do you want me to put it back? He goes, just leave. I go, okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's a long walk back to the fountain machine
He's
to
like,
dump it
just
out.
take it. It's poured.
All right, Kay, so 22 million people have this happen to them today, the day after the Super Bowl. You know, again, being up late, eating food, partying, drinking, you know, whatever. Maybe you're like me and stayed home alone and watched it. But something still can happen to you.
Parking tickets.
Parking tickets because you're in a different neighborhood maybe you don't normally be
Yeah, a
at.
little too much to drink. You don't know where you're at. You don't refill the meter. You know, I know it's a city issue, but cities are big. You know, a lot of parking ticket possibilities out there.
All right, parking tickets. And Kenzie, you said that
You're fatter.
Fatter. We'll tell you what, 22 million people have happened to them this morning, the day after the Super Bowl, after Depeche Mode.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. Related to the Super Bowl, of course. Whereas this morning, this happens to 22 million people in America, many Chicagoans, of course, the day after the Super Bowl. You know, whether it's you're going over someone's house to watch it, you're up late, you're drinking, you're eating, who knows what. Kenzie, to that point, says you're fatter today.
Do you think people are fatter today?
And I am. I'm 3 pounds heavier than the weigh-ins on Friday after a celebration pizza Friday night at D'Agostino's, after Marino, Kenzie's son's 1-year-old birthday party with a buffet of Mexican food that was outrageous, and cake pops, and we'll get into that later about what did we all ate there?
Just the menu. I think the menu is probably the part worth discussing.
Well, the menu and how Case drank too many of the Warritos.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Whoa.
Was I saying it wrong? I thought it was
Burritos.
burrito. Okay, all right.
Haritos.
What did you say?
Warrito. Yeah.
He's like, burrito. He just blacked out. I don't know what he was.
Burrito, harito, humbug, whatever.
They were all for the kids and Case drank them all.
Well, I think they are for adults, too.
No, they were not for the adults.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, I downed a few of them. I stocked up.
No, there was none left. We'll get to that later a little bit. But Case thinks it's also people getting parking tickets. They're over people's houses they're not used to getting. So 22 million people get a parking ticket they shouldn't have. Both those aren't right. 22.6 million people in America specifically are at risk this morning of losing their job because they're not going to work today because of the Super Bowl. And this puts them on the radar, the target, if you will, of your boss by not working today. I think that's kind of a dated stat because Monday, I don't even know how many people go to work anymore.
Oh, boy.
That's not a rant. I'm just saying that people have the option to work at home a lot more now. And you say, like, I'm going to work from home Monday. And then they probably might not work or at least not start working until noon maybe because of Super Bowl. I don't know how many people took off today. I'd like to know from our listeners, like, you're just not going in because of the Super Bowl. Like, you drive into work and you go. And also, or did
Both
you?
my parents are at home still at my house, so they're not working.
Are they lying about it, you think?
No, because my dad, has 800 meetings a day, so he has to be honest. He can't work from home.
So there's no way he could work from home, and he took officially today off then.
Yes.
See, I wonder how many people are lying. And it's so obvious because the Super Bowl was last night.
Hey, sorry, I've got this appointment. I'm sick. It's a whole thing. It doesn't really hold up on today of all days.
In
Yeah.
fairness, I feel sick right now.
Yeah.
So, if I would have called in, it would have been true. I'd be like, I feel good.
Yeah, but
'Cause I was
they're-
up really late watching the Super Bowl. I don't feel good.
Yeah, most people are hanging today, no question, because you're up later than usual. And you ate more than you usually do. I just want to see, I want to hear the person that says, yeah, you went there. I got bit by a bat last night. Well, wasn't the Super Bowl on last night? I don't even watch football. I don't know.
Well, you know how
Yeah,
bad
I'm
that
not a
would suck if
sports guy.
you were bit by a bat. Now everyone's like, okay. And you're like, no, I got bit by a bat.
Yeah, and there's no weird excuse that's going to pass today. But maybe it will. I don't know. I'm just curious if people are really not going to work today and they're lying about it. Michael just checked in and said, I'm starting a new job today. Bad day to start a new job.
Just wish him luck. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Michael. Wish you nothing but the best. You know?
Rooting for you.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in sports, we'll actually do the part of the game last night, the Super Bowl, with the Eagles beating the Chiefs handily, just destroying them, demolishing them.
Settle down.
We'll get to that. That's what happened. But we'll get to that in the Sportscast at 7 o'clock. Also, we were just talking during that song about the commercials, and we're just wondering, and this isn't being a hater, is there anyone that you liked? Because it seemed like there was not many too impactful ones out there. And if you did like one, and we'll play audio today, if there was one you dug, check in the 312-591-8300. Kenzie liked the alien one that was the Tostitos commercial.
That's the only one. So I had to host. It was a very long weekend because it was my son's first birthday Saturday, which had to set up and tear down for that big event. And then his baptism was in the morning, and then we had everybody still in town, so they were over for the Super Bowl. So it was a very long weekend. And I was popping in and out, but I was mainly popping in for the commercials because fun, couple minutes, I wanted to laugh. And most of them were just ass and a half. And I'm like, well, this is a bummer. Now I'm just in here watching commercials. Except I almost pissed my pants during the Tostitos commercial because I wasn't expecting it. I'm like, oh, it's going to be another stupid one. So the alien's waving goodbye, and these kids are like, it was amazing to meet you. We're going to miss you so much. And then the door shuts on them.
I'll look in the break and see if we can play that on the air because some of them just were so visual. There was no, I don't want to just play visual
But I
commercials
feel like
on
he
the
was
radio.
I do think you hear the door shut, but I was
Yeah, we'll check that out in the break real quick. And then
my
here's
God.
Gil Curtis with your headlines.
Spirit Airlines must be commended for being the first airline to
Gil, what are you playing in your room there? He's a big guy.
He loves it. New rule.
Yeah, Bill, hold on that, Gil. Here's headlines.
This is not headline news. Super Bowl 59 is over, or as it'll be remembered in history books, Super Bore 59. The Eagles crushed the Chiefs 40-22. The unanimous pick for most valuable player for the Eagles, Patrick Mahomes. Super Bowl ads included dancing tongues, flying mustaches and eyebrows, and seal is an actual seal. But the most disturbing ad was just Kanye being Kanye. Coors Light had a funny commercial featuring sloths, who, by the way, moved way faster than the Chiefs. And Bill Belichick was in a Dunkin' commercial. And like everything he's done without Tom Brady, it was hard to watch. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
I'll give you that little sports recap, and we'll actually go over our bets. We made a bunch of bets on Friday, prop bets for the Super Bowl, how all of us did on those prop bets, and the Anthem one had me throwing a bottle at the wall. And I wasn't even sure when we got in this morning what happened. Was it the over or the under? A lot of controversy.
Is it the anthem that makes you so mad? Why were you throwing a bottle against the wall?
Oh, no, I like the anthem.
He was demanding a rewrite.
Well, Jean-Baptiste adding lyrics to the song.
A little freestyle.
Told his family to take the over, I think. All right, we'll get to that in a second. And Kenzie was talking about, as with some of these commercials, like maybe it's all three of us. We're not sure there was that many great commercials, but Kenzie liked the Totino's Pizza Rolls one with the alien, so he's in his ship, and they're all standing there, and he's sitting there getting on his ship, and he gets killed by the door when it's closing.
Thank you for sharing your Totino's Pizza Rolls.
No problem.
We'll miss you, Jasmo.
I'll miss you, too. They're the most snackable pizza in the
Unfortunately, that's just a part of life.
Rest in peace, Jasmo.
We didn't know him as well as you, so it's not as sad for us.
Not that we didn't want to.
Just didn't open up around us.
Yeah.
Totino's Pizza Rolls, the most snackable pizza in the universe.
Oh, what a cute tagline.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. The dad's advice is what just gets me at the end. Because it's such a dad thing to immediately just say the wrong thing right away.
And he just died.
Well, that's part of life, you guys. Like, what are you talking? Get help.
Console the kids first. I know it's a 30-second commercial for $8 million, but he just died, the alien. You know, let him live a little bit. Well, we played a lot of the commercials that you want to hear all throughout the morning, and we get the sports next with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.